After 710 and the ongoing war that followed, all the enemies of the free world rallied under the banner of Palestine. There are two types of people that are sympathetic to the Palestinian cause: the radicals and the naive. Radical Islamists, mostly Muslim Brotherhood types and Iranian Islamic Revolution types, and also the radical left, Marxist types. Okay, these groups seek to take down Israel and the liberal world in sequence, each for their own dogmatic obsessions. Islamists oppose the liberal world because it conflicts with their ideological beliefs about how societies should be governed according to their interpretation of religious law. They seek to impose a theocracy rooted in the superstitions of 7th century desert nomads, aiming to reform the world under an ISIS-style regime. They seek to replace the age of reason with the age of superstition and freedom with Islamic totalitarian dictatorship. This group I will call the mindless zombie invasion. Okay, this group is just mindless zombies following some scriptures. But the mindless zombies have found an unexpected ally in another radical group I will call the useful idiots. The radical left, in principle, should have been opposing the dystopia Islamists seek to impose. However, both groups share an anti-establishment and revolutionary mindset and are united in their hatred against the liberal world. The radical left is simply too naive and intellectually deficient to understand what they are doing. So they are naive. Okay, they are like children. They don't understand what they are doing. This video is aimed to educate the radical left on the rational and moral failures they are doing with the hope to bring them back home. Okay, so the world used to say for abductees, if they were not Jews, of course, they used to say, "Bring our girls back home." Okay, now I will say, "Bring the idiots of the radical left to sanity." These students celebrate their achievement of making their university in Spain sever its relations with Israel. Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East responding to a heinous terrorist attack in which students exactly like them, let me repeat that, students exactly like them were executed Nazi style, tortured, raped, and even burnt alive. But these students now cry from joy that Spain severs its relations with the victim. Wow. Wow. That was shocking, guys. Okay, look, I don't know whether you noticed what they were saying. They were saying, fuck the Nova Music Festival. Because it was near a concentration camp. And You in the radical left are okay. I call the Islamists the zombie invasion, but you are that. Okay, you are like zombies at this point. Okay, if you cannot even understand how insane, how insane is what you are saying right now, what can I say? Okay, if you cannot understand by yourself, then you don't need me, Socrates Son, logic, debates. Okay, you need a therapist. Really. Okay, so I will not even respond to this thing. Because that is not a failure in logic. You just need a therapist, my friend. And make no mistake. Make no mistake, you radical leftist fools. Okay. If you want to be the shield of Islamists, you will receive the backlash. Okay. Okay. Because that for me is, okay, this is a war declaration, my friends. Okay, this is not debates. We don't have debates after that. After that is the discussion time. The how you call after the debate, the Q&A. Okay. After that is the Q&A time.
Hello and welcome to Iranian graduation. But first, a message from the terrorist proxies they sponsor. Did you guys see that Al-Qaeda just thanked you guys? They thanked all the college protesters and everything. Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas. Does that make you happy?
Yeah. Of course, we're supported.
It makes me feel like there's actually some kind of hope.
For $100. Who was the terrorist group behind 9/11?
No clue.
ISIS.
Al-Qaeda. So you think that 9/11 had some justification?
Good in some ways.
Wow. Can you guys find Gaza on a map?
I think we need a better map.
Can't find it.
No.
Who is the #1 sponsor of global terrorism?
America.
I think the U.S.
New York.
Well, New York's a state.
What?
Wait.
The answer was Iran.
Oh.
They give $1 billion a year to all of their terrorist proxies. And there's
Not good.
Where is slavery legal in the Middle East?
Israel,
In Yemen, the Houthis brought it back.
Oh my God.
Wow.
What's a Houthi?
Where is the only country where it's legal to be gay in the Middle East?
I would say Asia. I don't know.
Do you know it's Israel?
I don't consider it a country. I would go to Palestine.
If you went to Palestine, you'd be thrown off of a building. Tel Aviv's like the gayest city on earth.
I doubt it's the gayest city on earth.
It's really gay. You know what the #1 slogan the Iranian government chants is? Death to America.
Honestly, I kind of don't blame them.
Really? Do you think Iran trying to spread Islamic jihad, is that the same as America trying to spread democracy?
Arguably, yeah.
Women won't be able to show their hair. Gay people get thrown off buildings in these places.
We have to respect that and also be supportive.
Once again, students don't seem to know what they stand for, especially when they're standing with terrorism. The Supreme Leader thanks you.
America is the cancer. America, the American government, secularism, democracy, capitalism, these are cancers that have spread their illness all over the world. In America and in the Middle East. In America over here, people have the freedom to, again, like I said before, commit zina, do all this fahisha, but when you speak up, it's a problem. Non-Muslims are tired of this cancer. They're tired of the American government. They're tired of democracy. They want to see a new way of life. And as Muslims, we have to understand that we have that new way of life. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was sent as a mercy for all of mankind. وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. He was sent as a mercy. Why? Because the way of life he brought will bring that mercy. The way of life he brought will bring that tranquility to Muslims and non-Muslims. Non-Muslims won't have to worry about these issues they worry about now. They won't have to. because Islam is a just religion that has come to be implemented upon society.
Today in Gaza, the enemies of Islam are clear. Those who are combatants against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His messenger, the believers, it's very, very clear. It's the illegal Zionist entity. It's America who provides them the backbone to their oppressive operations. And they've made it clear through several means that they hate when the Muslims remember Islam. And they hate when the people, Muslims or non-Muslims, speak up against the injustices in Gaza. So these are not the people that we as Muslims are allowed to seek support from. Our support cannot be from those whose hands are filthy with the blood of the young sons and daughters of the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in Gaza. Change and achieving the end goal that we seek, the removal of the occupation of Palestine and the liberation of Palestine, will not be at the hands of America. It will not be at the hands of the congressmen and the senators and the representatives. Change will come at the hands of the Ummah bi'idhnillah. The Muslims of strength and the people of conviction are sitting in front of me right now in this room. The Muslims who are capable of saving Masjid al-Aqsa from the hands of the oppressors are sitting in front of me right now. And throughout today, Yawm al-Jum'ah, they're sitting in masajid and universities listening to the khutbahs across the world today. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those at whose hands Masjid al-Aqsa witnesses its liberation.
They say liberation, a nice word, eh? Or all the radical left now will be, happy. Liberation, But is it truly? Is the Palestinian cause a liberation and a human rights movement? I'm laughing, guys, because I actually deal with with this issue every day for the last 10 years. Okay, so you radical leftists from my university that before 710 probably didn't know where you don't know anything. You are 18-year-old kids. 10 years ago, you couldn't even speak. You learned to speak 10 years ago. Okay, your mama, you said, say mama, and you said, mama, 10 years ago. Okay, and now, guys, this thing is from the green screen. I didn't put it there. Anyway, so now you suddenly know about politics. Why? Because you believe Islam is propaganda. The most moronic, stupid propaganda that can ever be. Okay, so where were we? Sorry, I went on in tangents. So where were we? Is the Palestinian struggle a liberation and humanitarian struggle? No, it isn't. They want to dismantle a democracy. Why? Because they care about human rights. Behind Hamas is Iran. Okay, the country that hangs students like you for Facebook posts. You really care? You really think that Iran cares for human rights? So they don't even care for human rights in their own country, and they care for human rights in some place, somewhere. No, this struggle is for the Holy Land. They want to destroy the Jewish state so they can have the Holy Land, first of all, because of the religious symbolic significance. This is the place where the Crusades happened. So, although for liberal Muslims and liberal Christians who don't know anything about theology and religion, it doesn't matter. But to people that know about religion, the symbolism of Islam holding the Holy Land, okay, in religious philosophy, is that Islam is true. Because in the Islamic scheme of things, okay, the story of Islam demands that the Holy Land is Islamic. And in the story of Christianity, if the Holy Land is Islamic, it doesn't fit with the narrative of Christianity, and it fits perfectly with the narrative of Islam. So, if Islamists hold the Holy Land, you might go to Christian weddings, you might do Christian rituals, you can celebrate Christmas, but to people that know religious philosophy, that means that Islam is true. Okay, that's why they want the Holy Land. It has religious significance. That is the first reason they want the Holy Land. And the second reason is because this place is in the center of the caliphate. Okay, so it's all the Arab world. The caliphate cannot unite if there is a Jewish state in the middle. So it was never a liberation or a humanitarian issue. It was always a religious struggle, an Islamic supremacist struggle. They use these words to impress themselves and idiots like you, and ignorant people like you, good-willing people, let's say, because you have your heart is in the right place, but you are simply ignorant and naive, and you buy Islamist propaganda. These Islamists, they do it all the time. Okay, they say bullshit, they say evil stuff, and then because they are also humans and subconsciously understand that they say evil stuff, they then use words liberation, struggle, bullshit. Those are bullshit. Those are words they say to convince themselves and others that what they are doing is the most apparent evil possible. Okay, I lost my train of thought now. It will come back.
The organization called the Canary Mission work hard to expose terror funding and agents against Israel. I wanted to show you this important video which they just produced about how the U.S. campuses are being systematically penetrated and turned into a cesspool of jihadism. There's a lot here that we have to learn, so let's watch carefully.
You've probably heard of Students for Justice in Palestine, the virulently anti-Semitic campus organization created by UC Berkeley professor Dr. Hatem Bazian. But you might not have heard about Bazian's other organization, American Muslims for Palestine, or AMP. AMP was founded in 2006 and has become one of the leading groups providing anti-Zionist training and education to students and anti-Israel activists. AMP's goal is the destruction of the state of Israel.
And this is important to pause here and to understand. It's not an exaggeration that the final goal is the destruction of the state of Israel and not like a two-state solution. Nobody's playing for a two-state solution. The truth is, they never were. It was always a cover for this. And now this time has become obvious. They're calling from the river to the sea. That's the destruction of Israel in entirety. That's what they want to get to. And let's just stop deluding ourselves that they're fighting for rights or equalities or opportunities or land. They're not fighting for some land. They're fighting for the whole land. And their goal is to destroy Israel, and it's very well thought out. Let's see.
It aims to achieve this by influencing American society in 4 key areas: university campus activism, lobbying Congress, influencing left-wing intersectional politics, and turning American Jews against Israel.
Okay, so these are 4 very, very key strategic goals, and they are after these goals and doing a great job.
And now, guys, for your bad luck, in my last video, I had one person, Scrunchy, that said that he liked my songs. So now you are all cursed for eternity to hear my songs at the end of my videos. For eternity. Even I will die and I will leave my son. I don't have a son, but when I make a son, I will leave him to put my songs on YouTube. Okay, so this is a song I made. It's very rough. It's demo. But here you are. Πάμε. Let's go. Πάμε. Δυνατό. Όπα. One moment, please. Abort, abort. Και ο κόσμος μοιάζει φαντασία. Δεν με θέλω να δω, να σου πω. Μου μιλάς, σου μιλώ. Με παιχνίδι μοιάζει φαντασίας. Δεν θέλω να βρω, να σου πω. Πού να είσαι απόψε. Πού να είσαι απόψε. Τι θέλω να σου φέρω. Δεν τα ξέρω να δω, να σε βρω. Μου μιλάς, σου μιλώ. Και ο κόσμος δεν με να. And it's done. That was okay. Okay. Thank you.